Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and hopefully sell them for profit. Today, I am shipping items that sold over the past week while I was on vacation. I wasn't really on vacation, but I was away. I'm only shipping the Poshmark items right now. Later on today, I'm gonna ship the eBay stuff because that doesn't actually have to go out for another couple days because I put my eBay store on vacation mode. I did not put Poshmark on vacation mode, and Poshmark's sending me some notifications that I gotta get some stuff out. So these are only the Poshmark items. It's a gross sales amount of $258, and I'll share my total profit at the end. The first is really good and the last one's really good. The first one is this Filson hat. It's pretty cool. It's like waxy, rain resistant. Let me show you this. I'm pretty sure it's vintage. Filson, I've only sold 3 Filson items. One was a vest, one was a sweater. They all sold really fast and for a good amount of money. Like the vest and the sweater sold in the $100 range. This, the average sale price for a Filson hat was like, I want to say like 35 or something. And I really tried to like narrow down what I had. I found one sold comp for this exact hat for $80, but it was brand new. And this one had like some marks on the side. You know, it's not brand new. It was worn. And so there was nothing else listed like it. So I went ahead and listed it for $80, even though the one that sold for $80 was brand new. I had a ton of likes and watchers on Depop, on Poshmark, on eBay, like a ton. And I was just kind of waiting to see what happened because it's a hat. I'm like not in a hurry, you know? I can sit on it a little bit. And I had someone bought it for the 20 on, okay, sorry. On Poshmark, I send out offers for 20% off. And I knew this when I priced it at $80, knowing, well, maybe I shouldn't say knowing, but I was pretty sure, you know, when this label's longer than mine. I have a thought. Oh, bummer. Okay. Sorry. Got it. It's too early to get off track. Okay, here we go. I priced it knowing I send out 20% off offers on all platforms. The joys of living in a town. Okay. That's not even on my street. Okay. This one for 20% off on Poshmark. These all sold on Poshmark. So if I say on Poshmark 87 times, I'm so sorry. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is just get a little label and stick that over that. I just need to do that. I just need to remember to do that before I send that out. All right, I bought this at a garage sale for $2 and I just threw away my little thing. Nope, I don't know what it is. My profit was $39.50, I think. I spent $2 on it at a yard sale. So, gosh, I started this and I was like, I'm just gonna get it done. I'm not gonna go off the rails, and here we are. First item in, and I'm completely off the rails. Okay, let's set this aside so I don't forget to fix that label, and we're gonna move on. Really good sale. I was really excited about that. These are a pair of Sekai Run shoes. There's that. It usually has a little wagon on it. These you can see are waterproof, insulated right here. These are just little snow boots. These were my son's. And he has now outgrown them and will not be able to wear them. I listed them as play condition and they sold for $20. That was the full price. I just had them listed for $20 because they are just in like play condition. He wore them hard. He really liked these boots, and so he wore them a lot. I will buy him another pair, exactly the same in a different size. Hopefully also on Poshmark or eBay, because why not? They wear them for a couple months and then wear out. That's one of the things I love about this, is being able to buy and sell my kids' clothes used. So I have zero cost of goods because they're mine. Now, you know, they did cost me something. I bought them last year for, I don't know, probably $20, $25, $30 on Poshmark. I'm pretty sure I bought them on Poshmark. And I would say talk to your tax professional about, you know, saving receipts that are your own personal things. For me, it's just easier if I say it's a zero cost of goods. I know it cost me money, but I got my money's worth out of these. So I just have a zero cost of goods. But if, you know, save receipts, if you save receipts and you have things like that, talk to your tax professional if you can still, you know, use that cost as a, you know, a cost of goods. I'm not entirely sure how that works out because I am not a tax professional, but, you know, get the most out of your money that you can. Okay. With zero cost of goods and my fees, my profit is $16. They sold in 3 months, and I think I forgot to say that Filson sold in a month. It took a month to sell. Forgot a lot of things on that one. That was rough. Okay, moving on. Sold a Patagonia t-shirt. This one, this is the back. It has a little mountain, the mountain logo on it. It has the Patagonia on the pocket. This is the tag. I definitely like Google image search things a lot. I did that with the Filson hat. I did that with this, because sometimes, especially like Patagonia, they'll have a certain name. The Filson hat did have a certain name. So that worked out really well with this. It did sell for $14. Patagonia t-shirts, there's a lot of them on the resale market. So the sell-through rate is pretty low, actually. And so I'm very pleased with a $14 purchase price here. So I bought it at the bin for $2. You know, if I find Patagonia at the bin, I'm gonna snag it, because I don't want it to go to the landfill. It's good quality clothing. And probably if I was gonna do an overview of a brand, which I was doing in September, I probably would have picked Patagonia today, but I just have a lot going on and decided not to do it today, and I'm not gonna do it for the next video when I do all my eBay packages either, but I think I'm gonna pick that back up in October. All right, so after fees, shipping, and my cost of goods, my profit on this is $9.05. It took 4 months to sell. All right, I have no idea what this is. Like, I think it's anime maybe? I don't really know. It says Hot Topic, My Hero Academia Funimation, and then Training to Go Beyond Plus Ultra. That's what that says. And here's the Hot Topic label. I grabbed this at my favorite thrift store for 50 cents. And I was like, we'll just try it. We'll see what happens. I have had this for 5 months, so it wasn't like a quick seller, but it did sell full price for $20, which was pretty great. So after fees, shipping, nope, I don't have shipping on Poshmark, which is nice. I don't ever do the shipping discount when you send out offers. I just chose not to, and I don't know, maybe it makes a difference. Maybe I would get more sales if I did the shipping discount, but I just haven't so far. So since, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago they changed it, because it used to be that you had to send a shipping discount when you sent an offer. But whenever they changed it to being optional, I just stopped doing that. So anyway, my profit's $15.50. I will tell you that my I'm currently using I'm reusing, there we go. I'll get it. I'm currently reusing shipping material for Poshmark. And actually, I'm probably going to do that for eBay for a little bit too, just to get caught up here. But we'll see. Actually, I just forgot that I have fall poly mailers that someone sent me in the mail a few months ago that I saved. And so I might grab those out first. But I'm reusing other shipping materials for Poshmark. I did get an email finally for the Ground Advantage shipping materials, not from the USPS, but I did get it from whatever service they're using, saying that they did get my email and that I would get another email from USPS when they were actually shipping. And then they told me that the Ground Advantage envelope number 3 was completely out of stock, which is like the size that I normally use and the one I ordered the most of. So there's that. All right, this is a Polo Ralph Lauren polo. It has this little, I think it's called a flesh pony when it's like human colored like that with like more than one color on it. This is Pima cotton, double XL. I've had this for a long time and I don't know where it came from. Because it's a double XL, I think it was probably my husband's, or maybe I bought it for my husband and he didn't want it. But it sold for $16. I had this listed for $25, and because it's been like a week of sales, I don't remember if somebody sent me that offer last Friday. So today's Saturday. Hey, you can come out. Last Friday, I sent out kind of tiered offers on Poshmark. Do you need me to pause in a second?
I'm just moving back.
Oh, cool. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. So, okay, tangent, because is it a video with me if there's not a tangent? Or 7? It's like 90 degrees. It's October. It's hot. We haven't taken the pool down, so I think he's going out to the pool. The pool water is like 70 degrees, but there are a few people in my family, including my husband, who don't care about that. I care. I'm not getting in. It's way too cold for me. But, it's pool time in October. Okay. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I sent out tiered offers. So like if it had been listed for 7 days, I sent out 25% off offers. And then 30 days was 30, 60 days was 35, and then 90 days was 40. Just trying to move some stuff. Because September was rough. I didn't do a video yesterday. I was a little frustrated with myself because I was like, I should have done a September recap. But I haven't done recaps all summer because my sales were kind of abysmal and I was so busy. And so was kind of out of the habit of it and forgot. So I was really frustrated with myself. Like, I could have done that. So anyway, regardless, my profit on this is $12.80. That's with the zero cost of goods. All right, like I said, I don't know where that came from. This little fancy thing is getting a new home. How cute is that? Some little rhinestones. The brand is Chico's. I don't really sell a ton of Chico's. This is 54% silk. It's really nice. I only paid 50 cents for it at a free sale. I have had this for over a year. Last year, man, I feel like it was more than a year ago. Sometime last summer. Anyway, I was out driving and past a church that they were just putting out this sign that said free sale. And I was like, oh, I'll go check it out. And I, thought there'd be a couple tables of stuff. No, it was a gym full of stuff. And they were just asking for donations if you wanted to give one. So I gave a donation, and it ended up, the donation that I gave, all my items ended up being like 50 cents a piece. So this sold full price for $20. My profit is $15.50. And I don't think I have anything else to say about that. All right, I think I'll just get over that. So I shipped last Friday. I had about 4 items that sold on Friday that I got ready to ship Saturday morning. And my plan was to do a video real fast and get everything shipped and ready to go. And then, because we were leaving on our trip Saturday morning. And then it didn't happen. I didn't get it done. So I had everything ready to go. And my daughter, who's 18, was staying here, not going on the trip with us. And I was like, hey, will you ship those for me? Like, everything's ready. You just have to put them in the packages and send them on their way. And she was like, sure, I can do that. And I was like, and if you wanted to do a video. And she was like, no. So I was a little bummed. I thought she might do that, but she didn't. Anyway, what was I going to say about that? So there were 4 items that I didn't show you. I'm sorry. I tried to show everything, and that just didn't happen. So this is a shirt called from Tori Richard, and this is like a Hawaiian style rayon shirt. I found a couple of these a while ago, like 2 years ago, and one sold really, really fast. And then I found a few more, and then they hadn't sold. I only spent 50 cents on this one. Also, this one came from the Salvation Army rummage sale. So we don't have a Salvation Army in our store, a Salvation Army store in our town, but the church does a rummage sale quarterly, I think, at least 3 times a year. And I haven't been. I'm trying to remember if I went to the spring sale. I know I missed the summer one, but the fall one is this weekend. This coming, not like today, Saturday. This coming weekend. And it is on my calendar. My hope is to go. We'll see. But low cost of goods. It's gone up, I know, since then. But right now, like for the sale that I bought this one at, my cost of goods was 50 cents per item for most of the items. So now I have had this listed for 14 months, which is a long time. A long time. Not, not the longest item yet. No. There is one that I've had longer. Oh, you know what? I think that one is in my eBay sales. Oh, this still isn't the longest, but I did sell something that I've had for like 2 years, which is insane. It's a long time. But yeah, the last one I've had for 16 months. So let's see, did I tell you all the things about this? I don't think so. It sold full price for $20. I've had it for 14 months. I spent 50 cents on it. My profit is $15.50. This shirt is kind of funny, and I'm really surprised. It sold so fast. This sold in 2 weeks, and it's just a tank top. It is a Billabong tank top. I did not think that the sell-through rate was good on this. You know, USA MSRP is just $27.95, and it sold for 20 bucks. So I did have it listed for, I had it listed for 25, and then 20% off was the $20. So maybe you're gonna laugh with me when I tell you how much I paid for this, but there's a reason. I paid $8 for this thing. We have like a liquidation store in our town. But over the summer, I was trying to find some new clothes for my husband, and he was like, I really want a tank top. And I was like, are you sure? And so I bought him a tank top, and he's not a tank top guy. But now we know. And I still made some money on it. After fees and my cost of goods, my profit is still $8. So I got my $8 back that I spent and made another $8. So I love it when stuff like that happens. Not too shabby. All right, so let me tell you, well, I was gonna tell you about my trip. I still have one more thing here. So let me get that going here. I just feel like I'm moving slow or something. Probably because I am. I have no more tangents. I mean, I'm sure I do. My lighting is kind of weird because I'm trying to use the natural lighting. I don't know what that noise was. Came from my house. If you don't know, I work out of my garage. And so the garage door is behind you here, and it's lifted with the natural light coming in, and it's not like, I mean, it's sunny, but like the sun's in a weird spot, I think. And so then there's noises that come from my house and all sorts of interesting things. So this is the last item. And this is a really gorgeous coat, and it's in like excellent condition. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I found this at the bins. The Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. So this is J. Crew, and it says Italian Stadium Cloth Nello Gori. It's a size 4. This, I believe, is all wool. It's like felt. It's really, really nice. Has this kind of contrast stitching on it with a faux fur snap off little trim. When I first got this, I listed it for like $150 or something like that. And it sat and sat and sat. I think over the summer I recomped it. I don't know what I'm gonna fit this in. I know what I need to fit it in. Okay. Over the summer I recomped it and repriced it at $80. And then 20% off of that was the $64 is what it sold for. I have, oh, it's my dog. My dog is making noise. Okay. So I've had this thing for 16 months. The sell-through rate on it wasn't high, if I recall correctly. It's gorgeous, and whoever gets it, like, it's really, really pretty. Let's see, I think it'll fit in this. Or is this bigger? It's the same size. I had an extra charge on a package come back from eBay. This isn't going to happen on Poshmark because it doesn't matter the size of the package. But when I list everything, I go ahead and weigh it, and then I kind of know which package it's going to fit in. I have 2 sizes of poly mailers that I use, and that was easy. I thought this was going to be an issue. That's lovely. Okay, great. Anyway, I didn't understand what happened. I don't know if maybe I used, it said my my dimensions were 18 by 14 by 1, which is the large poly mailer. That's the size of that. They said that that's what I had, but then they said that my actual dimensions were, I don't remember what it was, but I know the third dimension was like 3 or 4 inches. Like I had used a box, but I don't remember packaging up anything and using a box instead of a poly mailer. That doesn't seem like something I would do. I don't know, regardless. They charged me an extra like $2, which is annoying, but it is what it is. It happens sometimes. My total profit on Poshmark for the time that I was away was $188.75. I do have, like I said, more items on eBay that sold, 14 items. My profit is about the same. Spoiler. Spoiler alert. But actually it was a little less, but I had 2 big profit items. See, I forgot to tell you the profit on that. Sorry. That's not the right one. I will tell you, I bought that at the bins. When the bins is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. Man, I'm just, oh, here we go. Okay, get it together, Jen. Whenever I say, I always think I'm gonna get it together. And then inevitably like 2 or 3 people will be like, don't get it together. We like your tangents. I hope you like my tangents. If you don't, I don't know what to say. Okay, let's get it together here, Jen. The coat I found at the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. Usually I average my cost of goods as $2 per item. My bins just went up to $1.99. I think I know when I bought this, it was less than that. This is actually like 3 pounds. So I really paid $6 for it. I know when I did my labels, I said, you know, I had $4 into it, which is a little less than what I actually did pay for it. So my profit was like $47.50 or something. I guess if it was $6, it's actually like $45.50. It all evens out in the wash. Anyway, my trip. My husband and I had a kind of ministry trip event thing that we went to. We were both spiritual directors. That's our kind of passion in ministry. We kind of have this, what we like to call pastoring pastors. We are really passionate about helping people thrive in their ministry when they're a pastor. And so there was a retreat that a district in a specific denomination put on, and we actually went and offered spiritual direction to the pastors who were on that retreat. It was lovely. We went a day early and enjoyed the resort on our own that was on that. If you saw my little announcement video, that was me at the hotel with this gorgeous sunset in the back. We were on the Chesapeake Bay. Well, we were on so I think it's the Choptank River that's off of the Chesapeake Bay. It's just beautiful there, especially this time of year. It was lovely. So we played mini golf. We took tons of walks along the river. We ate delicious food, seafood, because you don't eat seafood in Indiana because it's kind of landlocked here. And it's just not as good, you know? So I ate crab cakes and it was wonderful. And so it was a really good time, like away. We were still working, but just in a different way. He was also there in another capacity as well for his job. So that was our trip. So we came back Thursday, and then Friday was yesterday. My kids and I went to the bins. So I'll do a video with the haul of that. That was kind of crazy. I took 3 children to the bins. They all wanted to go, and it was kind of wonderful. So anyway, it worked out. So let me ask you, what have you been up to? Let me know. Are you just hanging at home? Have you been traveling? Do you have, I don't know, anything? What's going on in your life? I would love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and dealing with all my tangents. I'll see you soon.